in alternative and traditional termite control. Don't let termites make a paradise out of your home. Call us for a free termite inspection at 877-332-BUGS, 877-332-BUGS, or online at termitelady.com.
E. coli, powerful termite and pest control.
As gentle as a butterfly.
877-332-BUGS.
The Information Station, with information about your life on the Central Coast. AM 1440 and FM 106.3, KUHL.
7:32, good morning. Information now. On the way, we'll check some more news. Our California news update on the way, but right now, as part of our local news segment, time to talk food with our favorite grocery gal, Amy Goldsmith. Amy's helped to launch and grow some of the most well-known brands that many of us eat, or at least see on the grocery shelves. She's a food industry insider and lives her life as a food finder, looking for the best new products and trends. You can follow Amy and direct message her any questions through Instagram at The Grocery Gal and TikTok at grocery.gal. First of all, Amy, welcome back and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ben.
All right, so we've had more listeners calling in with questions, so let's get started. One wanted to know, what were the top grocery trends for 2020? I think a lot of us were probably stuck at home and doing a lot of meal preparing in our own kitchens.
Yeah, well, it's a great question. And given COVID, it was really a unique year for grocery trends. I mean, items in grocery stores that were trending were things that we typically wouldn't see trending, like baking ingredients, flour, yeast, and sugar. Also, let's not forget toilet paper and, hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies. And then it was back to the basics: pasta, rice, cereal, and bread. And there was a lot of snack items that were trending. So, well, it's a reflection of the state of the world. It's not a true reflection of things that we actually in the industry consider, trending. These were really just best sellers. And I mean, if we're going to look at trends, the demand for vegan-friendly products, we talked a lot about vegan this year. So it actually only grew by 13% in 2020 compared to 27% in 2019. But the popularity of meat alternatives grew by 463%. That's almost nearly 500%. Those meat alternatives like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods, they grew significantly, and they were really hitting it out of the park. But we talked a lot about vegan-friendly products. I think that the trend, was sort of decreased because of COVID and the increase of baking and snack foods.
Yeah, very interesting. So there was a lot of takeout and delivery from restaurants. So is there anything maybe that stands out as the most popular?
Yeah, actually there is. It was the spicy chicken sandwich, which was the top trending dish of 2020, and that grew over 300% in popularity during the year, and that's according to Grubhub's Year in Food report. Dishes made with poultry made up the top three most popular dishes. So you had the spicy chicken sandwich, then you had the chicken burrito bowl, and chicken wings, and they were the top three most popular for the year. Then you had waffle fries, cold brew coffee, steak quesadillas, iced lattes, fish and chips, and strawberry shakes. Oh, and roast beef sandwiches. And those really made up the top 10 of takeout and delivery from restaurants. In addition, acai bowls were the most popular breakfast item, and apple pie was the most popular dessert choice. And you could tell by all of these, these top winners, that comfort food really was the winner.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I am so hungry after hearing you mention all that food right now. We're speaking to grocery gal Amy Goldsmith. So I guess that's kind of what 2020 looked like. So what can we expect here for 2021?
So we should expect flavorful spices and condiments. We're going to see a lot of new, maybe condiments, new mustards, and flavorful spices. Also, keto continues to be popular, and you'll see a lot of keto-friendly products. Not that they're necessarily new products, but they're just being labeled as keto-friendly. And we're going to see a lot of better-for-you booze products. Those are some of the forecasted grocery trends for 2021. Although other predictions include an increased support of women and BIPOC-owned brands and a shift from weekend to weekday shopping. And by the way, get used to the BIPOC acronym. That stands for Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. So you're going to see probably a lot of products that are maybe stamped, renowned or BIPOC-owned brands.
Interesting. All right. So then we had a caller ask about eating fruits and vegetables at every meal. Should you eat fruit and vegetables with every meal, and does this actually help you lose weight?
So fruit and vegetables contain fiber, and fiber helps you feel full, and therefore you tend to eat less and less frequently. So in theory, if you're watching your weight, yes, you want to fill up on fruit and vegetables first. The USDA's dietary guidelines recommend that adults eat anywhere from 5 to 13 servings of fruit and vegetables per day, depending on your age, your gender, your physical activity, and your overall health. So how do you get that much daily? I mean, start with the first meal of the day. Plan to eat a serving or two of fruit with breakfast every day. Snack on vegetables and fruits throughout the day. You can start your meals with a green salad and put in a bunch of vegetables and fruit in there: lettuce, scallions, tomatoes, carrots, zucchini. That'll help double up on serving. Watch the salad dressing, because that can add a ton of fat and calories that you don't want. But eat the salad first. As a starter meal, or if for lunch, have a big salad and throw some chicken in it. So to specifically answer the question, yes, you can eat fruits and vegetables with each meal.
Yeah, that definitely will help you. Also, can you give us an example of a meal plan to get enough fruit and veggies in your diet?
Sure. So let me start by saying I'm not a registered dietitian. This is just what personally I do and what I can just personally recommend. So for breakfast, I may have strawberries and blueberries with like toast or on oatmeal. And then I just keep the berries out on the counter throughout the day. And I also put out an apple on a cutting board. So if we want to nosh on something, we can reach for that. For lunch, a salad or something else, and I'll have raw carrots, maybe an apple as well. So maybe, it could be sandwich with carrots, or, pasta, and I just have some sort of fruit or vegetable with it. Snack time can be carrots, cucumbers, celery, with like a dip or hummus. And dinner, just start with a salad, and then have a protein and a carb and a steamed vegetable. And my kids like fruit, so for their breakfast, I'll have the berries out, but may bring in some more interesting fruit, like I'll cut up some melon or kiwi or pineapple. And now that we're all spending just a lot more time at home, it's helpful to just keep it out on the counter. So if you're walking by, you want to reach for something, it's a fruit or vegetable. And also apples and peanut butter is a really fun snack. And what's really interesting is that fruit is supposed to be sweet to our taste buds. But we have just so much sugar in our processed foods that fruit doesn't taste all that sweet anymore to us. So that's when we start reaching for the candy and the processed foods and the cake and things. So when you start eating a lot more fruit and vegetables and less processed, you realize how delicious a berry or pineapple, or how sweet fruit can actually be. So that's why I try and leave it out on the counter, so we reach for that and not something else.
Oh, no kidding. Matter of fact, I had some yogurt last night for a snack with blueberries and some blackberries in it, and it was quite tasty there. So I'm trying to, do better for 2021. So what about fruit and vegetable juices and smoothies? Does that count toward, getting the daily recommended intake here?
So juice like apple juice and pineapple by itself shouldn't really be a substitution for real fruit. I mean, if you have to, you will, but it just shouldn't be a substitution. And also, look and see if there's any additives on those canned juices. Fresh green juice, which is really only vegetables without any stabilizers, that's good. I mean, it's maybe 46 calories, and it's truly like fresh green juice. Just watch the servings and, of course, calories, on maybe some of those that you might buy in the market, because they do have additives and preservatives. And with smoothies, it just comes down to ingredients, the serving size and the calories. But, the best is to really just eat fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, there's really no substitution for it. So now, starting a new year, what do you recommend we pay attention to improve our health? People often say it's a new year, so time for a new us.
Yes, that's right. The usual. Listen, read those labels, watch the serving size. Many things have more than one serving. It's actually 2 servings, but you end up eating the whole bag or drinking the whole drink, even though it's 2 servings. Cut back on sugar and salt. Increase fruits and vegetables. Like I always say, shop the perimeter of the store. And really just determine what your goal is or what your doctor wants for you. Write it out. Write it actually down and work against it. If it's exercising more, add that to your daily to-do list on your phone or on your calendar, however you keep track of, your to-do list, so that it is hanging over your head and you do feel like you have to cross that off your list. And start with small goals, too. I mean, too many changes at once is really overwhelming, and it's sort of a recipe to not be successful. So pick one, and maybe that one thing is not eating after 7 o'clock at night, or it's not eating ice cream, for dessert. It's having fruit, and just pick one or two of those. Start small, and you'll have better success. And then once you accomplish those, you can add more to it. And every day you can start new. You don't need to wait a week and start on a Monday. If you fail at noon, you can do better at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. You really don't need to wait a whole day or a whole week to begin again.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned something here that maybe people are frustrated with is maybe that they try a new diet or something and they wind up doing something that goes against that diet. So they shouldn't be discouraged, Amy. I would assume that they need to get right back up on that horse again, right?
Minutes later. Yeah. I mean, really, that's really what it is. It's okay, well, I'll start again on Monday. It really, if you do something that's not on your diet plan or your wellness plan, let's say, and you make a mistake like I said, at noon, at 12:15, start again. It's okay. Drink some water, take a deep breath, get some fresh air, and begin again. Don't beat yourself up. It's really it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We all wish that it were a sprint, but it really is about lifestyle change and feeling better, and it becomes worth it when you start feeling better.
Oh, definitely. I'm feeling better already, so there we go. Amy Goldsmith,
Good.
by the way, our Grocery Gal. You can follow Amy and direct message her any questions through Instagram at the Grocery Gal and TikTok at grocery.gal. And here we are for 2021. So, Amy, we look forward to our next visit here, hopefully next week.
Absolutely. Happy New Year again.
All
To
right.
you and all the listeners then.
7:43. Don't forget birthday.